When you see a family whereby the elder siblings are being supported by the younger siblings or the younger child, this tells you things are not right spiritually in that family. This tells you there might be a spiritual attack on the elder siblings, because ideally the elder siblings came first. They don't even need to depend on the last born, but they should at least do something for themselves. So whenever you see they are not able to do something for themselves, but the last born is able to break free and assist these people or support these people, then tells you the others were under attack. But why or how was he or she able to break free? Not all cases, by the way. Some cases. How were they able to break free? There must be a sacrificial lamb in the family. And sometimes it doesn't have to mean they are unalived, not even unalived, they go away. It's not even controlled by anybody. But it could be a mental problem or a mental issue. Most of the time, the mental issue, you'll find it in addiction. Most people, most of those families that I'm talking about, you'll find someone who have a mental problem. It could be mentally, they are not okay mentally, or they could be dealing with addiction. So most of these people are so heavy on the addiction and they can't control it. You see, I did a video whereby I mentioned number 7s who are born on date 7. They are tend to more of get into mental problem, addictions. And for me, I know several people who have number 7, and some have 77 even in their names, and it's heavy on them. And surprisingly, I've been having people on my inbox telling me, God, I've never spoken to anybody, because people wouldn't believe that I'm having an addiction problem to alcohol, but I actually do. So that tells you. Even the men, that tells you it's not voluntary. So people would comment and say, "Oh, don't spiritualize everything. Addiction is not spiritual. Addiction is someone who really wants to drink beer or who have the money, trying to say it's not voluntary. No, addiction is voluntary." And I felt if you've never had situation happening in your life or having someone who is into those stuff, you might not understand what it means by voluntary. I mean, sometimes addiction is not voluntary. So, and you don't even have to have a family member to learn. You can learn through other people. So, in fact, teach yourself to learn through others' experiences before they happen to you, or they don't even have to happen to you, right? So, when I talk about mental issue of addiction in a family, you'll find that in such families, you'll find people who are so heavy into addiction, even themselves, they can't control them. That is the sacrificial lamb. And even back to when this guy Chira, when he died, of course, you could hear people talking about he was the sacrificial lamb. And true to that, you can see even after he went away, even the grandmother now is more of staying okay. I mean, in a better house, in a better place. People contributed after him being not there, him going away. But when he was there, life was not okay for him. That's what means by a sacrificial lamb. So most of these families that the elders are being assisted by the lastborn, or these families that have such spiritual issues, you will find there must be a sacrificial lamb to that family. So he could be having mental issues, he or she could be having addiction issues, and most people tend to more of hate this person, not knowing he's actually carrying all the burdens of this family. So most of one of the reasons that I did this video is to more of change the perspective how you treat these people. When you see someone who is into addiction and they are not able to control it, he could be carrying all the burdens, spiritual burdens of that family. He is or she is the sacrificial lamb. And especially for the mental case, when you see when this person maybe who is not okay mentally, and sometimes it doesn't have to be they are more of collecting papers in the street, it could be they're not mentally okay. And in any event, that person learns to a preacher, or sometimes it's preachers, they tell him or her, huyu bradhako ndo anakuroga, ama huyu sistako ndo anakuroga. And true to that, the sister mwenye anaambiwa anakuroga has money. But what that pastor or preacher or spiritualist has seen, this person, for him to succeed or her to succeed, this person had to be how he is or how she is. It's not like this person did any ritual to this addicted person or this person having a mental problem. It is because this other person was the sacrificial lamb, so that this other person in the family could break free. So you'll find in families, huyu mwenye akona mental problem, the sacrificial lamb, akienda maybe kanisa kuombewa kuuliza shida yake iko nini, pastor anamwambia hule ndo anakukula. The reason akona hiyo pesa ni juu yako. So you start finding enmity in the family. You start finding huyu sasa akikuwa sasa anasema hule ndo anamkula, hata huyu hata akimpea pasi anasema ati ni za shetani, yeye ndo alimuuza, such things. But the truth is, this person is a sacrificial lamb in that family to pave way for other people. So what I can say and what I can advise is, I want you to look at those people differently so that you can be able to more of not victimize them, not more of feel like, oh, huyu alikunywa pombe kanini. They could be, not all of them, not all addictions are spiritual also. So I'm telling you so that you can be able to feel like it could be this person is in that status of mental issues, having mental issues or into addiction, because they might be holding a lot of spiritual burdens that had to be released for that family to more of a break free for other children. So that's why you'll see the one who has money, most of the time they're usually uku mwisho. It's because there was a sacrificial lamb somewhere, and they don't even have to be away, like in terms of unaliving. They can be there. And some even go ahead to more of when they are a sacrificial lamb, they tend to more of like even they go away even without anybody doing anything, like naturally, like they have diseases or anything, they go away, and then it paves way for other people. And then in that scenario, you'll hear someone being told, "Uyu ndo alikula uyu, uyu ndo alikula uyu." But the truth is, naturally, it was the family at war. But because there are things that needs an outlet, they got someone maybe who was gifted. Most of these people are usually gifted, who was gifted as a spiritual, who was chosen to carry all the burden of the family. But if you are able to know who you are, this is to people maybe who are into addiction, if you are able to find yourself, you can be the sacrificial lamb and carry all the burden in your family and help and save your family. It doesn't have to end the negative way. So if you have a family member who is having mental issues, who is into addiction, start looking at that person differently. It could be this person is holding all your spiritual burdens as a family. It could be that is the person who is unlocking all the issues in the family. And if you are that person in that status, understand that nobody has done anything to you. In fact, of course, there are people who do things to their own people, but not always. It could be you are just all fighting some forces that nobody understands in the family. So also you have to learn and control how you are getting information from maybe pastors, spiritualists, because they'll tell you uyu ndo anakukula. But in real sense, you paved way for that younger sibling of yours. So I want you to change how you see everybody in and I think you'll be able more of assisting, especially people with a mental issue and addiction, because you will realize it's not like it's their choice. Sometimes it's beyond them.